Hello and welcome everyone to the weekly Wednesday lunchtime live stream. Appreciate you guys joining us here on twitch.tv/DDOstream. Don't forget to give us a follow if you want to be notified for whenever we're going live with this show, The Fall Fling, or one of the other shows that we now have streaming throughout the week here on DDO Stream on Twitch. Again, thanks for watching. I am Community Manager Cordovan, and I am on Caneth this week, running a second week on Caneth here. Of this particular server cycle, and we've got a group with us of Lobies. I'm level 5, I think the highest in the group is level 7, and we thought we would perhaps do something a little challenging. So we're going to run Fresh in the Air on Elite, which has historically been a moderately difficult quest. They call it an extreme challenge dungeon. It's one of the tougher quests, I think, maybe for this level range. We're going to give it a try on Elite. Looks like we do have maybe a cleric hireling I'll be summoning, just to kind of help us out a little bit with the heals. But welcome. Don't forget, if you want to chat with us in chat, we are taking a look at it. We'll answer all the questions that we can. So don't forget, don't be hesitant to give us a shout out or ask us something on our chat channel here. Let's take a look at our bonus, because I know you guys kind of like that one. The double epic commendations of valor and a crafting XP boost of 20%. It's going to be going on this weekend. So double epic commendations of valor and a crafting XP boost of 20% should kick off late tomorrow morning, early afternoon, usually around the lunch hour is when it's officially active in all the worlds, and that'll run through Sunday, getting shut off early on Monday morning Eastern time. So that's something we can look forward to. Nice epic commendation of valor boost there. And we also have Lamania going up, hopefully, if all checks out in the next, say, 48 hours. We'll be having Lamania going to you with our first preview of Update 24. You just heard a little bit yesterday. We have a developer Knockback. Talked a little bit about the Adventure Pack. That'll be with it, the Zoriat Adventure Pack. We also have a new free dungeon that'll be coming with Update 24. That'll be a part of the Tyranny of Dragons storyline. That's part of the overarching Dungeons & Dragons storyline going on at the moment. We also have a whole bunch of other things that will be in the release notes that I guess we can maybe talk a little bit about. We're going to have Weapon Glamoring. I should get a preview on the Mani. If not this week, then perhaps next week. And let's see, what else we got? A whole bunch of things are coming in Update 24. Perhaps I'll go through a little bit more later. But see if anyone's got anything from chat. No? Well, why don't we get started here? Anyone want to introduce themselves? Say hello to the live stream?
Yo, this is Greasespec.
Right, Greasespec.
Hello.
Hey. And Greasespec, he of dancing fame of our live stream. We actually roped him in because he happens to be level 4. So, actually worked out. Monkey cape too. Oh, I do, but I didn't take it. That's all right. Thanks for the ship buffs, by the way, earlier. That's makes a big difference in a tougher quest like this. We have 30 minutes on a timer to get this done, and it can be really tricky. So I don't know how many people in our chat actually run Fresh in the Air too much, but this is a free-to-play quest, so it is probably one of the harder quests for this level, frankly, that I can now think of. They call it an extreme challenge dungeon. I don't know for us veterans like us that it's necessarily an extreme challenge, but it's a real challenge, and you guys will see pretty shortly. We have a lot of troglodytes and casters and stuff to take care of.
That's right. I thought you were pulling a higher there, Cord.
Oh, right. I was going to do that.
Got invited. No, never mind.
Yeah, someone who's not ranged, break down that door. Alright, it begins. So you want to try to pull as much aggro as we can, because this can be pretty tricky otherwise.
Go, go, go!
I Yeah, fair.
No, I'm not, but it was more fun.
Alright. This is generally one of the first rooms of death. I've seen people wipe in this section. If we're not careful, but we should be okay. We got ranged here.
You should actually be obese so that you can get your
Yeah, we should be good.
A sealed door ahead cannot pass good souls.
Yeah, sorry, I'm concentrating a bit on getting this done. Not talking too much on the live stream. What are you guys up to? What do you want me to talk about this week? You guys got any plans? I guess I could talk a little bit about November. If you guys have probably noticed my pretty cool attempt at a mustache, and that's it's something I'm doing to raise money for men's health, testicular cancer research, prostate cancer research, things like that. We are doing some incentives for the DDO community, so if that's something that might be of interest to you to join us and make a donation, we do a couple of things there we can do for you. And you can find a thread on that on the DDO forums. It's in the announcement forums there. And I've been keeping that updated with the latest tally. I can get that tally for you shortly, but it's over $600 at this point. And we're going month long. So my goal is to raise $1,000, and if we do more than that, that would be fantastic. But at least $1,000 would be great. And we'll see what we can do. Last year we raised $2,500. That was I think a really good time. You know, I'll run with you on your servers or whatever, and do all that. So, yeah, pretty cool. Oh man, I forgot how slow I'm running. Oh, it's because I'm green on, that's why. I don't have the enhancement yet. But yeah, update 24, we're really excited to be able to bring you our first Lamania preview this weekend. That should be a good time. I think you guys are going to have a lot to check out, and even more next week as well. One of the things we're hoping to do is get you a preview of, say, perhaps the upcoming Okay. It won't be this week, though. Perhaps next week if it happens. And we're working to also get you, you can take a look at the quests and all that sort of thing at the very least, and a lot of the new systems changes and such. They're looking pretty good. So I can actually probably pull up. We're working on the release notes. Really just put the finishing touches on them yesterday. A few additions and such.
So, Cord, is there anything you can tell us now that Temple of Elemental Evil has been made official?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that was yesterday that one officially, that name has gotten out to the public. So, Temple of Elemental Evil. Well, I don't know. I can't really talk too much about the specifics of it. I guess I could say that, at the very least, there will be a very high-level version of it. It is the Temple of Elemental Evil. We're basing it on the classic module. What's that name? There'll be some changes, just like, say, the Haunted Halls and such. No big surprise there.
Will we have access to the village of Hamlet?
I think that level of specificity is something I cannot yet discuss. Sorry about that.
That's fine.
A lot of it is still being developed right now, so it's a little early to really talk about what all is going to be in it and that kind of thing. But, we're interested in hearing, particularly, I guess, something you guys could let us know. Are there particular parts of the original classic module that you really just, want to see, that kind of thing? So
I would love to see all of the nodes kept.
Sure.
I have run that quest for so many groups.
Yeah, me too. Obviously the original module, similar to Haunted Halls, is a much lower level adventure than what we're going to end up doing with it. So it'll be kind of similar to what we did with the Haunted Halls in regards to sort of what you might be able to expect in terms of, say, levels and how it's interpreted and that kind of thing. So.
Oh, and I hope we get to see Jareth the Beautiful.
But yeah, that'll be update 25, so not update 24 here, but our next one after that. And that'll be in 2015, so.
Yep.
What level
I'm
range
looking
will that
forward
be?
for...
I think there's still some flexibility on that, but you could expect, certainly there'll at least be a, say, high-level version of it. What exact level that means, we'll see. But, it'll be a high-level adventure, for sure. And can't say about any other level ranges that might exist or whatever, but we'll see. It's certainly it.
It seems the biggest gap at the moment is 12 to 16.
That's interesting. I was just reading about that on the forums yesterday, last night actually, where people were talking a little bit. There's some thought about maybe 10 to 13 is that range. That needs a few more quests.
I'm excited about update 24 as well.
Yeah, it's going to new Zoriat. We're going to have the third version of the Delirium series, being called Terminal Delirium, and that's going to be pretty good. Trust me, I can't. It would be completely wrong to spoil anything in a Delirium quest, as anyone who's run them will know. But let's just say that we've got some amazing stuff in there. I can't wait for you guys to see it. And it should be, when are we going to get to Lamania? The goal, I believe, is to actually use today's build. So it's going to go through QA, and we'll make sure that everything we want to preview is ready. So I'm not sure. I wouldn't expect it, I don't think, say, Thursday morning. Well, whether it ends up being Thursday or Friday that we get that out to you, I think we'll just have to wait for the actual announcement on that. It'll be out as soon as we can get it to you, is what I'd say. Let me take a quick look at the chat room here.
Yeah, for some reason Lamani doesn't run for me. I keep getting an error saying I can't write to the files or they don't exist.
You might want to try right-clicking on the launcher there and running as administrator. That might help you out.
I tried that. It didn't work. It made me very upset.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
I'm the fourth person I know. I'm the fourth person I know who's had that problem with Windows 8.
Yeah, well, in that situation, you don't know. Like, most of the time, you actually want to hang back. But, we don't have one that's came out.
That's a very good question. What part of a saga?
Yeah, I don't know. I see that question as well. I don't have an answer for it. I haven't heard people talk about a new saga, but that doesn't mean it couldn't happen. So I don't know. We'll have to see. I don't have a good answer. Sorry. No, sorry, I don't know that one. Someone's asking in chat, are there any updates to the Maybar replacement holiday? That will be an event that is going to be taking place in 2015. We have not yet talked about what date it'll be, but we are hoping to maybe get it a preview on the Monia here during this Update 24 preview cycle. If that happens, we'll let you know. But that's the goal. And you'll see more about it then. I did let it slip a couple weeks that involves something. I'll let you guys who haven't heard it look that one up. But yeah, it'll be cool, and hopefully we'll get it a preview within the. You'll see it within the next couple of weeks here. Looking at the chat here. What about sentient weapons? Can I talk about that? I can say that they are actively still in development. We absolutely are working on that. I actually heard some people talk about sentient weapons just the other day. They're not at all ready for a public preview. It'll be in 2015 is the goal for sentient weapons, as we stated earlier. And that'll be, I would expect, let's just ballpark the latter half of 2015 at this point. And we'll be more, so it'll be a little ways before we have more detailed information for you on sentient weapons. Dan Teal asks, will there be any connection overlap with Wizards of the Coast with this new Cult of the Dragon quest? Yeah, there is some, it ties into the overall Tyranny of Dragons storyline. So there will be some, allusions to that and all that. It'll be a free quest, a standalone quest in the Forgotten Realms, and it'll be an Update 24. And I think you'll just kind of, we don't want to spoil the plot and all that sort of thing. But, it does involve the Tyranny of Dragons storyline. Someone asked about fixing high-level cleric healing hirelings. I'll have to look into that. We made a bunch of hireling changes in Update 23, and we're working to kind of polish up a few areas of that yet. But we put in a bunch of changes that have made some progress with hirelings in Update 23, and hopefully we'll be able to continue that in the future. All right, yeah, I think that's about it. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, we got another quest here, and that's easy, no problem. What do you think? What's the other big one? That how about Proofs in the Poison?
Sounds fun to me.
That's sort of the toughest part about playing a lower level character again after, say, especially if you've been playing level 28 for a long time. It's all the slow running speed. It's like I need to zerg, man.
I keep forgetting that I don't have full movement speed with my rune arm charging.
Yeah, I was just doing the same thing. Someone asked what my character's name is. This character's name on Kenneth is called Mahkdoh. That's M-A-H-K-D-O-H. Strange story about that. That's sort of a roleplay version of Mock Duck. Mock Duck is my main character's name for many years. And people, that's usually sort of like his enemies would call him that as a deliberate sort of insult. but his real name was technically Mark. Too much information, maybe, but since that name's been out there a while, that's what the name's about. Nice.
Wait, trap.
Yeah, it is. Sorry about that.
I just found the box too, right in the middle of all that mess.
Oh!
Yeah, they really need to fix that.
Oh yeah, I wish you could emote while you were dead. Or I wish there was a way to make the hirelings emote.
Yeah, that would be good, wouldn't it? I totally agree.
Intense flow is dead.
Oh,
Jerry,
what
have
am I
you taken
waiting
a look
for?
at the cookie list for this year?
Yeah, we do have some new, well, I mean, changed cookies this year. I could probably mention that. So let me take a look here. And these will be coming with updates to Facebook. With Festival,
Hoping to see
which,
a
you know,
freedom of
is...
movement.
Festival's usually in December, and that'll be no different this year. Exact timing will be announced. You can expect about the same as most years.
I'd almost forgotten I still had that that starter cake.
Nice. Alright, let me, while we're doing this, I'm going to look at that cookie list too. Yeah, I totally bombed that trap.
I've had people who've run this quest 1 billion times forget about that trap.
Oh, there we go, okay. I had to call up the list. I was looking it up. So, some of the new cookies that you'll see this year are the Lord of Blades cookie is now Blade Barrier. The Merilith cookie has Burning Blood. Sulamades will be a teleport. And the Warforged Titan will have Titan Script. The Web cookie is actually going to be a Rejuvenation cookie as well. And that'll be, again, coming with that festival this year. Coins should stop dropping sometime in December, run usually at least several weeks, generally through the holiday. Into the new year, usually. Ooh, nice charming.
Makes me wish all my cookies weren't on another tin.
Yep. Yeah, usually the cookies are retroactive, so if you have any of the old ones, they change them. But if you've been hanging on to cookies for a year, what's wrong with you? Use them up, man.
I stopped playing for a couple of years when my computer broke.
I gotcha. Nah, actually, people like to save the cookies, too. Just to, if nothing else, to see what's new. but yeah, there's some good ones this year, for sure.
So which one, can you tell us what our new cookies are going to be?
I think those are the new. It's not so much new types of cookies as every year we change what the cookies do, and that'll be the same this year. I don't know of any new cookies this year. Just the new abilities.
I was hoping for some based on Thunderhome.
That would be cool. Yeah, I'll have to put that on the to-do list, maybe, but I don't think we got to that this year, unfortunately. Alright, let me go back to the chat. So I'm trying not to die. My iron is dead. We're dogging. Didn't even notice.
Yeah. Yours died in a trap, like mine didn't. Your poor dog was standing right in the middle of the fire when it went off.
Cruel master indeed. He goes, oh, to be stuck with a noob like this. Sorry, Grease, I just tried to shoot you. You get mistaken for members of the Quickfoot gang often?
Every time he dances.
Some nice charming.
Cookie charm.
Oh, I wish you could use cookies directly out of the cookie jar. It would make them easy to use.
Nice. Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, that's...
I think there's a thing in the game with actually using items out of a container that there's some sort of thing that doesn't allow you to do it. It's the same with hireling folders.
That whole mechanic is why we don't have component bags and,
Yeah. It's sort of a technical thing.
Oh, I know.
It has something to do with the fact that it's like the items live in the bags, but they don't really interact in the same way that the rest of your inventory does while they're in there. So, like in terms of just decrementing singularly, it would take a pretty significant engineering change. And we just really haven't been able to do that. Hypnotized and burning blood. Oh man, does anyone have a... No, does anyone have a jump spell?
jump spell.
There we go. Ah. Almost.
I didn't realize you could jump on that outer wall and jump around that way.
Yeah, if you can do it. Alright, let me look back at the chat. Just real quick, is my mic too loud? Are you guys hearing me? Okay, in the chat room there? I heard someone say perhaps maybe the mic is a little loud.
Keep cutting out, but that might be on my end. But your volume level is fine.
Alright. Dan Teal asks, has there been any consideration of making an equivalent to the Panther companion available in the DDO store? Not say the same Panther, that was a pre-purchase exclusive, but, you know, to avoid exclusivity issues, whether we could essentially make another kind of creature like that and make that available. There's been some consideration of that. We don't have anything to announce about it. We haven't done the work to do that. But, certainly there's some of the community, we see it on Facebook and the forums and now in chat here, that would very much like the ability to have kind of another permanent sort of hireling type character, whether that be, say, an owlbear or a panther or some variation thereof. I would say it's not out of the question, but we have no immediate plans to, there's nothing to announce there. We don't have it, say, earmarked for a certain update or anything like that. So. But perhaps. Perhaps. I know. I don't have a heal for you. Oh, can I repair? I don't have any repair kit or heal kits.
I don't know where you are.
We're over in the acid trap area here. But we don't need it, right? Are we going back? Is that right? Did we get what we needed over here?
Yes. The trap wouldn't be on if we hadn't gotten it.
Right.
platformer in the world.
Oops. Almost. Oh no, grease smack.
I'm on the giant stairs up here. You gotta do all the jumping over the acid to get up there, and I'm right back.
Oh right, this thing. God. Weird. Hi Titan asks, are sentient weapons for update 24? The answer to that is no. They are not for update 24. They will be in the future, several updates in the future. They'll be, like I say, probably the latter section of 2015, so do the typical update. But we don't have any, they'll be done out when they're done, and it's going to be a while on sentient weapons. Is that you, grease spec?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I like that. It's fun. I remember once being in a party of fairly low levels. I can't remember what it was, but we all had freedom of movement, and we just used grease all the time. We pulled all the mobs into us just over and over throughout the quest, and they'd just be like a floppy mess. It was great. It was so much fun.
Grease Spec started out as my comic relief character. Because, I mean, every now and again you play a really serious MMO or something like that, you just want to have fun. Forget the rules, just break the game and have fun.
For sure.
So, Grease is kind of how we do that.
So I'm just keeping an eye on the chat here too. Has anyone tried the grease spell in the orchard ramp? I would imagine by that point most people would be set for grease, but it's worth doing. It's absolutely worth doing.
Yes, range power.
Right.
One of the most annoying times I ever had someone spamming grease was during a Tempest Spine run where I was teaching people to raid.
Yeah, I can imagine that. Range power is going to be coming soon. I haven't seen a lot of range power in Update 24 yet, so I'm guessing it might be a little later before we get to the full spec of range power. But I would need to check with Sverlin to see if there's any range power stuff in Update 24 right now. I think it might be a little later before we get to that one. there's a few areas right now we can get range power, and I think there'll be a little more coming, so certainly a lot more later once we sort of work on the ranger and that sort of thing. But that's not for update 24.
So, how about some bound to account items that can be crafted with augment slots on them?
Okay. Is that a request?
I just want pumpkin heads back.
It is. I prototype a lot of my future lives, and it would be great to crafted items that I prototyped on one to pass it to the other instead of having to recraft it every time.
Now you're talking about just sort of creating essentially. I'm not careful. You're talking about essentially creating a series of bound to account named items that would have augment slots in them.
Non-named items. Like the end rewards for the Sharn Syndicate chain, they're all just regular random bound to account items. They can be crafted and then passed from two. They're only bound to account.
Yeah, they're kind of an exception though to the rule, which is
fortunately none of those have augments on them.
Right. I never say never. I don't know of any plans to do that. I don't know why not. I'd have to look more into that. Sorry, but I don't know if any immediate plans to do that. But I'll, as a request, sure.
Are there any plans for augments? Maybe some green augment?
Oh yeah, I would imagine
nature?
we're not done with augments at all yet. There'll be more coming. Couldn't tell you where or when or what, but certainly we're not done with that.
Yes, orange pumpkin head augment would be awesome.
That
Put
would
it in
be
your gear and you have pumpkin head all the time. That would be cool.
all right.
Stonebridge's water supply is safe for now.
– 23 minutes. Not too terrible. All right.
Another augment that, like a green, would be Session Ward or Freedom of Movement.
Oh yeah, sure. Particularly, I know Intercession Ward would be really popular. Mark of Death and all. Yeah, Freedom Movement would be okay too. Although again, at super high levels, you often don't need it at that point.
Well, if it was created as a green augment, that would make it more difficult to obtain, and it would mostly only go on higher level gear. So,
Right.
fair balance there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I know there are some people that Epic 3-Barrel Cove there only for the reason that it has freedom of movement.
Sure. All right. Well, I think that'll probably be the last quest today, unless you want to run something quick. But I've got some other things I wanted to talk about here, so I guess I'll spend a few minutes in chat and do that. Call it a live stream. Just a note, I will get you guys some Turbine point codes, probably late this afternoon, could be tomorrow, and I'll mail those to you guys in the game. People in the chat room, I'll have my usual giveaways here at the end of the stream, which isn't yet. We have a little time yet to answer some questions and talk about some stuff. But I think in terms of the questing, I'm going to call it done here. So, Rinmal and Make, Fury, Greasespec, and Shoe Heels, I really appreciate you guys joining me. So, yeah, we could do Redfang while I'm talking here. We got time for the Redfang. So I guess I did want to mention real quick that we do have a bunch of new streams, community streams, going on throughout the week here on twitch.tv/DDO stream. We got you covered on Mondays and Tuesdays, Wednesdays, both here and at night, Thursdays and Saturdays. And so we're getting a pretty nice full calendar, and we have you can find that calendar on twitch.tv/DDO stream. It's got all the start times and such in it right there. So hope you guys want to join us. These are members of, say, the Blue Queen is there with some folks from MMORPG.com on Mondays and Saturdays. Mondays they do Iconics and such. Saturdays is rating. We've got Les is going to be starting up a show in a couple of weeks. So we've got C. Morrigu. Let's see, the DDO guys are there. We've got a whole bunch of folks. So check out the schedule on Twitch, and if you want to give us a follow, you can get email notifications whenever folks are going live as well. But we've got the calendar there, so I hope you guys check it out. And if you're interested in joining this live stream team, if you live stream DDO regularly, I want to hear from you. So send an email to ddo@turbine.com. Just tell me a little bit about maybe what kind of show you'd want to do, and of course it has to be DDO related, but that's really just about it. And you know, we can talk to you about getting you into a time slot here to have you stream to the community if you'd like. So we'd love to hear from anyone who wants to do that.
One request that I would have about the live stream is that they change the title before they go live.
Right, that's actually my fault. I try to do that. You know, I change the titles whenever I see it. But there have been a couple of times where I've just been on my cell phone and was acting up or something, and I didn't get a title changed. I'm going to try to be better about that now that we're, you know, kicking this off.
Getting a notification that the weekly Wednesday starts at 9 p.m. on Saturday night is kind of like, what?
Yeah, it's no good. Yeah, I got to work on that one. I will. I can't schedule it. I can't schedule a title change. I have to actually go into a computer somewhere and make the change. And sometimes I've been better at that nowadays. But I'm getting better.
You don't have a script that does it for you yet? Come on now.
No. Yeah, right.
Signal. Rest. I'm inside.
Oh no! Oops. Lack of feather fall.
-45.
Plus fire damage.
What's the lowest HP you guys have ever gotten from a trap or a kill or something on you?
You can do really low hit point builds if you want to. You can like purposefully gimp yourself in some pretty amazing ways.
I thought about building a drow, no points in con, picking up that -2 con items so I can have con 4.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I know, if any of you know Tobril, I know Tobril for a while had made some kind of super low hit point build. He was showing it off in the forums.
Not about hit point. About don't get hit.
That's true. Yeah.
I actually had a rogue way back when the level cap was like 20. And I had like 100 hit points at level 20.
Nice. Hey,
my
someone asked
AC,
in,
my reflex high, and everything was so high. Mattered.
Someone asked in chat, I can answer this one. When are we going to fix the bug where you have to do a who search to see the grouping panel folds? The answer to that is that should be in update 24. We have a fix for that in update 24, so that should be here pretty soon. And it's also going to update
Never.
default to the guild panel, because part of it is the way the panel opens up, so part of that fix is to actually have it open up to, I believe we're going to do the guild panel, and then it's going to auto-populate up the who list, so.
Bet that couldn't be fine setting of what the default panel.
Right, so anyway, so the answer is it'll be fixed in the next update.
Oh, really?
Hell yeah, up here.
Yeah,
Thank you.
put on the job.
Ultima asks, any plan to allow any people to group together regardless of what level they are? That already exists in the heroic levels. Anyone over level 20 can group together. I don't think we have any plans, just really due to game-breaking reasons, that we would do that for, say, the heroic levels. And you wouldn't want a level 20 running with a bunch of level 1s and power leveling and all that sort of thing. So, no on that one. But on Epic, it already basically exists.
Well, I think the request is actually more of a being able to have them in party even though they're not in the quest.
Okay, okay.
We've had issues people running high level, being unable to run high level quests because the level we're in the party is talking and chatting and all that kind of stuff.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, I can understand, you know, folks would want to just be in a party together or whatever. Again, though, I think from a technical perspective, that would be a difficult thing for us to make a change on at this point, but I suppose it's possible. You'd have to be able to flag it, you know, more, have more restricted, say, quest entry rules in a scenario like that.
Thank you. I did so well in the harder quests, and here I am having trouble here.
Yeah, I've actually died a couple of times, but that's because I've been noobing it up and looking at the chat while I've been playing and stuff. Not playing that great.
It's alright. Shoe's got you covered.
Hey, I didn't die at all in the first two, so that was alright.
I only died once when someone set off a trap.
Yeah, that idiot, man.
You know, it took over a year for me to get into this live stream with you.
Really? It seems like I'm pretty accessible. There's been some weeks that I've had to put up an LFM.
There's a couple weeks that I didn't make it because of family or connection issue. And then every time that you were on Kenneth, I either missed you or came in too late.
Right. Yeah, this is actually, I did 1 week on Kenneth earlier, so this is my last week on Kenneth for a little while. I know I've got Wayfinder to do. Pretty close to getting another cycle done. Oops. I'm just running through those fire traps, aren't I? Anyway, I was looking at my server list. So I've done 2 on Kyber, 2 on Solana, 2 on Argo, 2 on Kenneth, and 2 on Atlantis. So let's see, I've got Galanda and Wayfinder. and Orion yet to do the cycle.
I've gotten my issue with Cybertick. I ended up just getting it reset and deleting the character.
Oh, really?
At least I don't have a bugged out character.
And what was the issue with that character?
I tried to LR, and apparently my name, which I used on all of the servers, was no longer valid for some. And it bugged out in reincarnation.
Oh, that's too bad. You think someone maybe just created that name in the short time that you were... Well, no, because it was an LR. Alright, we all good? Cool. Yeah, good time.
Idiot.
The issue of the invisible, sort of the collapsed floors, like say in Crucible and that, not displaying correctly, is one that we're still going to have to investigate. I need to check the latest on that one to see where we are. But I know that that's high on a priority list, so we'll get that one installed.
Yeah, it's not just Crucible, though. It's,
yeah.
It's every quest at this point.
Yeah, anyone that would have a breakable
Sometimes
floor.
they work, and sometimes they don't.
Mm-hmm. Someone asked, are we going to be wiping characters on Lamania for this update? I believe the answer to that is yes. We'll be doing a character wipe on Lamania for update 24, and that's generally just so that people can bring in their new, newer characters to check things out. Seems to be a good policy in place, just when we do a new update to do a character wipe associated with it. When will old cosmetic armor kits get converted to new glamored armors? Alan Wee asks. I know I saw the forum thread that you had posted on that yesterday, but we don't have any plans to do that at the moment. It's a fairly time-intensive process, actually, and we just have other priorities that we need to get to prior to that. But we know that there are some folks who would like to take off their old armor kits and make them glamored, so... All right, finally, where will I be next week? I don't know. We were looking at our list earlier, and I've got, Orion to do, I got Galanda to do, and I've got Wayfinder to do. Next week in particular, actually, now that I think about it, we'll probably be on Lamania. Assuming that we get Lamania up this week, I'd love to do a live stream on a Wednesday of just us talking about some Update 24 stuff. Maybe get one of the other devs in here to talk a little bit about that. So hopefully we can get that done next week. But otherwise, it'll be either you can plan ahead for Orion or Galanda or Wayfinder, for the 3 servers I have yet to hit this cycle. All right, that's going to do it with the weekly Wednesday lunchtime live stream. Again, thanks everyone for joining us. We will be back at around 1:30 Eastern with the Fall Fling right here on twitch.tv/DDO stream. Thanks for joining us in chat, and we will see you again next week. Bye-bye.